Today I'm going to be doing my easy everyday makeup look. This is what I've been doing the last couple of days. I've been using a lot of lash glue for my lashes, and my upper lid has been super dry and honestly peeling, and it hurts. So I haven't been using lashes the last, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, today's Thursday, last 4 days. And it's super easy. It takes me like 20 minutes to get ready. So I'm going to be sharing with you how I do my look. You can do little tweaks however you want. This is just personally how I like to do it. So let's jump right in. So I'm going to be going in with my Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser, and I'm just going to take the tiniest amount, like, you can't really see it, there you go, blend it in with my hair and you can see it. Sorry, I have my monitor over there, so it's just making sure I'm in focus and whatnot, so I'll probably be looking over there a little bit. So I'm going to put this right where my pores are a little bit larger, and I'm just going to blend it out a little bit, pat it in. And then I'm going to take my damp beauty blender and I'm just going to push that into my pores a little bit more. This is my Hangover RX from Too Faced. Super bright. Holy cow. But anyways, I'm going to do one pump of that. Especially since we are getting into the summertime. You probably are going to want to start using a moisturizer primer maybe, just to moisturize your skin that extra little bit. So that's what this is. This is a replenishing face primer. I love it. Now I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Conceal and Perfect and also the Wet n Wild. Now I'm actually going to be mixing these both because I love both of the formulations, and together it's like dead on. Just going to do a little bit of that as well. And they are a little bit of different colors, like the Wet n Wild. I don't know if you can really see it. So, oh, there we go. It's a little bit more on the pinkier side, and then this one's a lot more yellow. So the mixing them both is going to kind of neutralize it. Now you don't always have to use the same brand when you mix foundations. That's my favorite thing. You can kind of, if you like one because it's oily, dewy. We don't want to say oily, so that does not sound good. And you like the other one because it lasts, or you like the finish of it. Mix them together and see if you like them. That's what I really like doing with this. God, I feel like I'm out of breath for whatever reason. Okay, now going back with my beauty blender, I'm just going to press that into the skin, blend it out. Now, you don't have to use the beauty blender. You can use a foundation brush. I tend to do that sometimes, but I find with the beauty blender you can get more of a natural look. It's not, you can tell with the brush. When I do use a brush, I do still go in with the damp beauty blender just because it'll pick up any excess foundation that I have or any streaks. I tend to get the streaks on my nose only because I do put oils on my nose because my nose gets super, super dry. So I'm just going to keep blending until I feel like everything is good. Now you can see how red my eyes and my under eyes are. It's ridiculous. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. I'm just going to go under the eyes and on my eyelids. I do always like to make sure I get in that little spot right there because they do have a little bit of discoloration. And then all over the eyelid again. Now, I don't want to be super highlighted, super, contoured or whatever, so I'm just going to do a couple dots on my forehead. And then I'm going to go down the bridge of my nose, and then just on my chin. And then I'm going to do my Cupid's bow because we'll highlight that later with a highlighting powder. So with the same beauty blender, I'm just going to blend that in. Oh, I love this concealer because it really does get dark circles, any discoloration. Like, look at that, I have no redness left. And then I want to make sure I get all the way underneath my lash line. And then blend that down so there's no harsh lines with the concealer. And now with when I do my concealer, I like to bring it all the way up because I do like it a little bit lighter and I don't want it to just be highlighted right here in the circle. Plus we can always go back in with our bronzer contouring right around here so it's a lot more shadowed. So now I'm going to go in with my broken Morphe brush. I gotta hot glue it back. It is the ME48. Look at that! I think it's because I have the window right in front of my mirror and it softened it, I'm guessing. So I'm going to go with my Rimmel Stay Matte. I'm going to go right underneath the eye area and on top of the eye area because we want to set that. Because when we do our eyeshadow later, it'll act kind of as a base. When you put an eyeshadow right on top of a liquid, it's going to turn out super choppy and it's just not going to blend how you're going to want it to. I mean, it might, but it's just going to take quite a bit of time. I'm going to go in with a really large fluffy brush. This is my Morphe MB1. Just going to twirl it around. And the reason why I'm using a lot more fluffier brush than compared to a packed brush like this is because this is going to give us a lot more flawless look. You're not really going to see the powder. And I'm going to press it into the skin. And then we can swirl it around. So pressing into the skin, swirl. Now I'm going to bronze up the face so we're not looking so flat. I'm going to use my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. This is what it looks like, and I'm going to be using my Real Techniques blush brush, even though I never use a brush what it's actually for. So I'm going to start with the cheeks. And then once I don't have much on my brush left, I'm going to bring that down and kind of blend it out. Just because I don't want any harsh lines or, you know, that straight contour look, because we're going a little bit with a natural look. Even though we all know this is not even close to natural, but we're going to go with it. Now I'm going to do my forehead. And I'm going to go in under my chin and I'm going to pull it down my neck a little bit just so we have some color there. Because if we were to take pictures, that would get kind of lost. And same with our nose. I'm going to take this brush right here. This is a Morphe M521. And I'm going to mainly focus that on the end of my nose and then pull it up so slightly. Ever so slightly. I'm going to do the same to the other side. And then under my lip just to give myself a little bit more of a powderier look. Now with that same bronzer, I am going to go in with my MR38. This is the Rose Gold edition. Ooh, blinding ya. That's what it looks like. So I'm going to go into the crease. I'm going to go inside and toward the outside. And then pull it up toward the eyebrow. The reason why I'm using the same shade is because everything's going to look like it's... I don't want to say natural. I've been saying that a whole bunch of times. I don't know. I don't want it to be like a different color. I want it to go together. I want it to match. So again, I'm going to pull that up. Now you can either go in with a just like this. You can leave it, throw on mascara, or what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a shimmer just so it will look a little bit more summery and shimmery. So I'm going to go in with this shade right here. Let's see. Shimma Shimma. It is super shimmery. This is Morphe M224. I'm just going to pack that all over the lid. can even go a step further and use it as setting spray and spritz your brush, but that I am not going to do today because I don't want it to be too metallic-y, because I'm not going to be wearing any lashes. I'm just going to use some mascara and call it good. So that's all I'm going to do with my eyeshadow. I'm going to put a little bit of a highlight right here. Some of this on my lower lash line. Yeah. And I just want to go on the outer portion. And I'm going to curl my lashes. Right now I'm going to use my Voluminous False Fiber Lash Mascara. This is in the blackest black and waterproof. I'm going to put on some blush, color up a little bit. I'm going to be using this shade right here. It's from Tarte. This is Party. I'm just going to put them on the apples of my cheeks and blend backwards, but I don't want to blend like all back here because then it can look a little more drag-like and be. Okay, so now I'm going to be going in with some highlights. I'm going to use Shimma Shimma that I used on my lid earlier. Just going to put that right on the high points.
And then on the tip of the nose.
I'm going to go back in with mascara. Now that my top lashes are dry, I'm going to put on a very small coat on my bottom lashes.
Nothing too crazy.
So now I'm going to go in doing my brows. I'm going to spoolie them out. And I'm going to go in with my Becca Cosmetics. This is the brow powder in medium. Looks like this right here. And I'm going to go in with my Morphe brush. It is pointed. This is the M271. By the way, we're going to Disneyland and I'm so excited because we're going to go to a Morphe brush store. I've never been and we're making a detour just for that. Promise.
Jackson doesn't think we are, but we are.
And I'm very, very lightly doing this. Kind of want to just fill in the empty spots so it doesn't look so bare. So you just made them a little bit darker, and that's what I wanted because my brows are really ashy compared to like my hair. It's really nothing too crazy. I'm just going to go in with my Kat Von D Lock-It setting spray. And just do a light spray. Yeah, right. And then last but not least, I'm going to go in with a L'Oreal color Rich Rose. So it completes this super easy, everyday, natural look. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This only took me 20 minutes, like I said. And if you guys like this video, please hit subscribe and like this. And I will see you guys next time.
My hair's still super wet.
Now for highlight, I'm going to use that same eyeshadow, Shimma Shimma, and I'm going to be using an e.l.f. bluff. An e.l.f. So now I'm going to do some highlight, and I'm going to use that same highlight that I used from earlier, the eyeshadow for the base, and I'm going to use Shimma Shimma. None of that made sense. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with some highlight. I'm going to use that same eyeshadow base, this color. Now I'm flipping you off. Oh my god.